I survived 100 days in my Minecraft Hardcore Forever world. In these 100 days, I'll be transforming this stale plot of land to build a massive medieval village. Now enjoy. Welcome. We are starting our new Hardcore Survival series. And dude, look at this beautiful view. Looks like we spawned in a dark oak forest. That is cool. Let's grab some wood, get some basic tools. Let's go for iron, and then we can start progressing. So I'm really going to try to focus on just making insane builds in this and just like engaging with the viewers. They can tell me what to build and, you know, I'll build some stuff. For now, let's grab some logs. For our house, I'm thinking we need some oak, some spruce, some dark oak, and some calcite, like a normal medieval house. We can go for something like that. It would probably be best to grab just stone tools and iron, maybe even diamond if we can. Depending on how big we want to make our base. Let's get some stone tools. Let's grab some of this copper. And I guess we could start grabbing some logs, since we'll need this for our house later on. We got some pigs. We can get some food. Looks like the dark oak forest goes on for miles. Now I just need to find a spruce forest, or something that will give me spruce wood. Cool, we got some sheep. No, we'll just chop some trees down, I guess, until we find some sort of spruce forest or something. Cool, we got some iron. This is a good start. Okay, it looks like this opened up into a cave. Let's grab some of this coal, just so we can get a bit of light. Perfect. So for our base, I'm thinking of making like a medieval village. Some sort of like with like a windmill and stuff. You know how medieval villages are. They got that windmill with all those crops. I think that would be a pretty cool thing to make. This cave is like a water cave. This is actually kind of unique. Doesn't look like there's any iron though, so, you know, I'm just gonna head back. Let's make ourselves a bed. And let's chop some more trees down. We can also take out some more cows. Let's smelt some of our food. And let's sleep this night off. Let's set sail and let's look for a flatter land. Hey, it looks like we got a plains biome. Ooh, we got a village. So we could probably get libraries from the villagers here, which will come in helpful later on. Oh, wait, this is a weird village. Oh, never mind. It just goes on the water. That's cool. Oh, I'm seeing some good landscape. Oh, maybe on the edge could work there, since it's pretty flat. We have this flatland over here. Oh, any of these could work, you know. Just need to see the shape of the island. This is pretty flat, but I think over there is pretty good. The village is right past that hill. So let me kind of map it out and plan. Oh yeah, this could work. So let's say we'll be looking this way. We could put the windmill right here. Let me just put some white wool to indicate it. So let's say we put the windmill there. Could be facing that way with the propellers. We can add loads of like crops around it. There could be a path leading down here. Maybe to like, if I make my own village, I can make it like a little trading center here, like those tents. Or I can put my house there, either one. And yeah, if we just flatten this out, it should be pretty good. But we can't do it with stone tools. So let's go find a cave. So for our materials, we're gonna need some spruce, some oak, some dark oak. And by spruce, we need a lot of spruce. We need calcite, so we need to find an amethyst. And we need some leaves, some pots, and just a lot of trapdoors and spruce slabs. Seems like we got a pretty deep cave, even though I think it's a dead end. Ooh, there's a huge cave. Maybe there will be some iron down here. Though we're also gonna need some andesite, stone bricks, diorite, dirt, barrels, deep slate. So we need to gather a lot of stuff. So I'm thinking while we're down here, when we get iron tools and stuff, we should probably get some iron armor, and then we could farm all of our materials. It'll make it a little bit easier on ourselves. Nice, we got some iron here. And this is a deep cave. There is a skeleton. Let me smelt some of our iron and let's make a shield. Perfect. Got that geared up. Oh, there's a couple skeletons. Nice. Oh, we got a big vein of iron here. Got another vein. And we cannot grab a lapis, so let's start getting some iron tools. Okay, let's get ourselves an iron pickaxe. And we can get ourselves an iron axe. So I'm just gonna mine for this andesite for now, since everything is smelting. Then we can go back to mining. And also grab this lapis. Okay, cool. We got all of our andesite. Got enough for an iron chest plate. Perfect. Okay, we hit deep slate. Ooh, we got some gold. Hey, a little bit of a close one there. Luckily, we didn't die. Let's smelt some more iron. And while we're down here, we should probably grab our deep slate. So we're probably gonna need around 8 stacks of deep slate. That might take a while, but we'll speed it up for you. There we go. 9 stacks. Let's take our food. Let's take our crafting table. And let's grab some more iron. We're going to need a lot more for when we get to start getting all the materials, like all the wood we're going to need. So we should probably get an axe or 2 with all the iron. We had no luck in finding any diamonds, which is kind of upsetting, but at least we got all of our deep slate done. Really hard material to get, since it just takes forever to mine. And let's start to find our way out of this cave. We're pretty low on inventory space at the moment. Okay, we got a ton of iron here. This is perfect. 36 iron. That's pretty good. Let's see if we can make it back up to the surface. See daylight. Okay, here's the village. Perfect. And there's our little wool hole, I guess. Ooh, we got sheep around here and chickens. I'm gonna leave these guys alive because I do want to make a farm or a stable for them. I think making a medieval farm would be cool. So where do we want to put our house? Might change it up a bit. I might make the windmill face that way, since there's not really any land in front. This is the highest point, unless I put the windmill on this mountain. Either way, I think my house is gonna be right here. Let's just make some chests. So we have all the andesite and cobbled deep slate that we need. We're gonna start smelting our iron, and we're gonna grab some cobble, and we're gonna grab some wood. Let's craft a stone cutter, and let's get our materials with all this deep slate. Okay, perfect. We got extra deep slate to spare. And that's good enough for iron for now. And then we just need some stone bricks. And let's smelt all of our stone. And let's go cut some trees. So we're going to need 3 stacks of wood with some planks. And we're going to need not that much dark oak, actually. I changed my mind about dark oak. I think I'm going to stick with spruce and oak. But for dark oak, we just need 2 stacks of stairs, half a stack of slabs, and 48 planks. Alright, let's get tree cutting. I think 2 stacks might be enough. Let's see what I can make. Okay, that's everything we need. Perfect. Let's try looking for some spruce, and then we can go for a geode. And we can get the oak planks whenever, because we live near a lot of forests. Now, let's remove this whole entire forest. Let's take a moment to look at this. Aw, isn't that beautiful? Something I'm playing normal Minecraft just feels a lot more peaceful than modded. It's good to have a little break of that. So right now I'm trying to look for a spruce forest. So far no luck, but hopefully we can find one soon. Oh wait, is that taiga up there? Oh, let's go, guys. We live near cherries, we live near a dark oak, we live near an acacia, we live near a spruce. This is literally the perfect start, dude. Couldn't have asked for a better seed. Well, we're going to be grabbing at least, I'm going to have to say 10 stacks of this, because we do want extra, because we're going to make more buildings. We're probably going to make a windmill, we're going to make some crops. So let's make sure we grab all this. Okay, that looks like it's the whole forest. So there wasn't that much trees, but luckily we got some saplings. So what we can do is you can put him at a 2x2, and we can use bone meal to make it grow really big. So that's what I plan on doing. So I'm going to grab all these saplings, and I think we're good. Let's head back. Let's start getting some more trees. I think we'll plant the trees way back here, as it, like, I just don't want it to ruin this little area that we have going on. We'll probably just do it right around here. Ooh, we get podzol. Interesting. I don't know if we're gonna need it, but that's a cool little block that we can get. Let's just get more of these trees. This gives us like more than a stack per tree, which is very nice. Okay guys, instead of putting it here, we actually just moved it up here. We've flattened some land, and I think it looks better over here. So let's get started. Okay, we're just adding some finishing touches to give it a bit more texture and stuff. So we'll be adding like a little floor pattern so it just can look a little bit nicer. A little bit of stone bricks. And we just need coarse dirt. I think we need gravel for that, but overall, let me take a look back here. I think that looks pretty good. It's pretty big, which is nice. So I could fit like a lot of stuff in here. So we also added this little tent here, just for some like just texture again. And here we have like a little boiler room, which we could actually change out these barrels, and I think it would be better to put in some furnaces. And up here is the clock. Ooh, it's a little bit dark. We'll have to make some torches, but we got some windows right here that you can look out of. And this is the watchtower, so we can see over a whole entire world, which is going to be very nice. I haven't done any of the interior yet in this part of the house. We got part of the stairs, which we can go up here. And then there's a ladder that goes to the attic. And I'm thinking we could probably put an enchanting room right here. And yeah, we can see out this part. Looks really nice. And right here is just another room that I really don't know what to fill it with right now. I'm thinking I could make it down here like a little kitchen area, but I kind of want to move on to something else. I'm gonna need some white wool, and I'm gonna need a lot of wheat, because I'm gonna try to build myself a windmill with a farm, like a wheat field or something. And then the sheep up here, let's grab some wool, and let's take the villagers' crops. And we have loads of leftover materials. We might have enough for the windmill. I just need to check my schematic for it. Okay, cool. We got some potatoes. That could work out. Nice. I'll borrow some of those. Okay, it looks like that's the only farm, so it might be a little bit hard to get wheat seeds. Okay, this is more than enough wool. And let's start planning out our windmill location. I think it would be nice on top of here. And then we could add loads of like wheat fields all the way down to maybe right here. And we can have some paths going to it. And I think I want the windmill to be facing that way. It's not going to be too big, but this is the size of it. We have a lot of spruce wood, and we have a bit of dark oak. That's going to be enough. Got a spruce door, some barrels. I think we can start building. Okay, let's get started. Okay, we got this far, but yeah, we ran out of wood. Let's see how it looks. Okay, looks pretty good so far. Do I have any more wood, or do I have to go grab some more? Okay, looks like I have to get a little bit more, but let's add a torch inside just so mobs don't spawn. Now that I think about it, my house looks so huge. I mean, I guess that's pretty good. It means I can add more detail in the middle. But let's go grab some oak wood. My big house means the villagers will know who's king of this world. Now, let's continue. And what we can do is we can add a little bit of detail to the sides here to give it more of that rocky, like, light or windmill theme. Let's add a door. There we go. Let's look how high it is. Not bad. I think that's looking pretty good so far. Oh yeah, this looks so much better. Okay. Once we get enough wood, we're gonna finish what we're doing. And then we're gonna make a farm, loads of crops, and it's gonna look really good. Okay, I think we got the rest of our materials, but what we can do is inside, we can start adding a little bit of detail. Not like that. Put a barrel here, make this go. I mean, we don't need to go all the way up just because no one's gonna be seeing this part. So we'll add a little stick here. We'll move the torches later and put in lanterns. Let me grab my crafting table for a second. Get some slabs. And these are gonna be like shelves, I guess, for the chests that we're gonna put here. Or I'll think about that later on. Maybe just slabs. But let's go up here and let's finish this top. And for the sails, we're gonna add some trapdoors. So we can add one here, I don't want to mess up the placement because I have like, I think just enough. So if I mess it up, that would suck. I think this works. Let me count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's good enough. Now we can repeat this on all the sides. We can spice it up by putting some fence posts. Never mind, I could take this one off. Then I could put a fence there. We'll add a little bit more detail to the sides. We just need loads of trapdoors. We'll add some little bit of detail here with these trapdoors. It'll make it look like it's kind of like bulging out a bit. And I think we're done, guys. Just gotta take out all this dirt and we can see how it looks. Fairly easier than my other build that I did. The house was just massive. Not bad, not bad. I should add something right there in between that piece of wood. Something that sticks out a tiny bit, but not too much. And it's perfect. So we can add a couple chests here. I need to change this to the stair work. Okay, yeah, that works. I mean, we could leave a crafting table in here with like a lantern there. You could put a lantern on top of that. And it's pretty cozy. We could also change this up a bit, make it more like been used, and there's been like hay going through this and stuff. And all we really need is cobblestone. But we are unfortunately out of that stuff. And we cannot make grindstones without stone. So let's make a new pickaxe. And let's grab a lot of stone. And I think that works. Yeah, that looks really nice. So now we can start gathering some wheat seeds. We only have 6 at the moment. That's not that much. We need loads of hoes because, you know, gotta till all the ground. I don't know if I want to make iron ones because we only have 7 ingots, right? Alright, we got a bit. Maybe I can make an iron one for a while. We can also make a couple coarse dirt. We're also going to need spruce fences, spruce slabs, spruce planks, and trapdoors to make the surrounding area look good. We'll get 20 coarse dirt, and we're going to need some water as well. Let's start grabbing some wheat seeds. Okay, we got about a stack of wheat seeds. That is pretty good. So we need to create a pathway, which I have a pretty good idea of where I want it. We just need to try to terraform this a bit. Okay, we got a path going on here. I think it looks really neat. I do like the stone slabs, or the wood slabs. So we have it marked out here. Let's add a little bit of this just to make... I just love the look of this. It looks so good. So we can always add cobblestone to this if we want. I just chose not to right now. But yeah, it just goes all the way down here. Over here, I could add like a market for villagers. And over here, we got more slabs leading up so I don't have to jump. And it leads straight to our house. We could also add stuff down here if we need to. But let's start just taking out all of these tall grass so we can start hoeing the ground. And add some leaves with a fence with a lantern to light it up. I think this looks pretty good. So we sort of have it mapped out now. We know where we're going to place our stuff. Let's add some more fences around here. We do like 2 here, a single one right here. I think this makes it look a little more alive. Now that we have that done, we got it all lit up. We'll add one more right here. And now let's start tilling the ground. And since this is kind of thin, we're gonna start terraforming it like again. We've always liked terraforming. Terraforming is always fun. So we're gonna extend it out maybe to like 2 or 3 blocks, just so you know it feels like it's more of a field and not just like patches. We are running out of dirt, so we should probably get some more. So this is what we have so far. I think the animals are stomping on it, but let me quickly see how good it looks. It's looking good. I should probably try to smooth that out a bit more down here, but I need to add some more up top as well. But overall, we want to at least get to down here all the way around, and then we'll add maybe a fence around it. So let's grab some more dirt. Okay, we got quite a lot of dirt. I think this will be enough. Okay, I guess we can resume tilling the ground. We can also start adding some more dirt. Okay, I don't know how far we want to go with this. We've done quite a lot. I'm going to fill it in with seeds and see how it looks. Well, we're out of seeds and we didn't get far. Okay, maybe I should just take away these two and we can till the path a bit more. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. We of course need more wheat seeds and we need to wait for the stuff to grow. I don't think I should add another layer. I'll have to think about it, but I should add something down here to block the dirt, because I think it looks a bit off. We're going to move all of our chests to this room here, and this would be our storage room. And we are going to organize it by type, so, you know, underground wood and stuff. Finally, we're going to organize stuff. Grab ourselves a smoker. We can get a couple of slabs. We'll put a lantern there to light it up a bit. We could actually replace this, put a smoker there, add 2 more barrels right here with maybe something like this. Then we can have one of these here. So it's like one of those things that pick up all the steam. We can add some slabs. Put some carpet there, and we can put... I'll put another lantern, but I think I should put flower pots here. I just don't have any clay at the moment. And up here we could have like cupboards. We can add some tables. Maybe that's a little too big. We already have a lantern here. I'm going to remove this. We could put that on the edge right here. I think this is looking a little cozy. We could use a little bit more carpet here. Maybe a little bit more texture in the floor and stuff. But overall, this is pretty good. Starting to feel like home. So for the next thing, I kind of want to make like a villager market in that empty spot. Right over here. It's pretty much empty, so I do want to add something over here. I don't know how well the villager market will... how big it will be. Because I'm sort of layers here, and I kind of need to flatten it out. And look at that. First wheat is grown. I'm gonna wait for it to fully grow just so I can see how they all look together here, because I still don't know whether I should bring it down a bit more. If I do decide to bring it down, it will kind of line up with this fence and act as a border, so that might be a good idea. But for now, I'm gonna go shear some sheep and get a lot of wool. Alright, 23 pieces of wool, that's not too bad. Also got some eggs so we can save for a farm later. I don't know if we should just make stable-like stuff or make like a farm, like a farmhouse. I think I might just do stables, but let's start mapping out the villager trading center here. And we can turn that into dye, and we can dye some of the sheep around us. And that will just give us more red wool. We're also gonna need some banners, but I don't have any. And I don't want to go to the nether yet. But we can get that later on. Okay, 13 wool. That's not going to be enough, but at least we can make like a couple of the little markets that we want to make. Alright, I think we're ready. Let's start flattening out the land. And let's get started. Here's what we got so far. So we got like little stuff on the top. Wool to indicate like it's a market, I guess. So I could change this out just so I can put some of these trapdoors. Maybe just on one side. We could put a stair here. So a villager could be sitting right here. We could have item frames here. So to prevent the villagers from getting out, they can still make it over. We could add slabs on the back, slab on this side, another trapdoor because they can't get out, right? Yeah. Actually, I would only need slabs on this side, so I could literally just fill the rest with trapdoors there and save some on this side. People can get hit, but they won't get hit from here. Right? I mean, I don't know. Zombies can climb up. I'll have to figure this one out, but this is the best I can get for now until I want to figure out another design if I can. But we can put like item frames here, and that will indicate what he's selling. So that is pretty good. Now let's add a couple more of these. Okay, this is good. They can't escape. Second one done. And we can actually just save a trapdoor here. And yeah, they can't get out like that. Hold up. I aligned them up. It is what it is. We should add one more right here later, but we don't have the space for it. Let's start getting all of our wheat, and we can start replanting all of the seeds. So this took a while to do, but we finally got all of our wheat seeds planted. We made another market here. I don't know how it looks. I tried doing a diagonal, and I mean, villagers cannot escape, but I just don't know if I like the look of it like this. It just looks a bit strange. So all we did was we added this little section down here. I think I should extend it a bit more out here and extend like the grass, but we can do that a bit later. But at the moment we're out of iron, so I might go back into a cave and try to get some more. I also have I made a copy of the world just so I could see what the house looks like facing another way. And I also changed the windmill in that other world. So I kind of want to rebuild this, I think. Not gonna lie. I do like where the house is at though. I just need to change the direction by like 90 degrees or something. So instead of it being like this, the front will be facing this way. And I feel like that will make it more open for space usage. As if I move this back here and have it like lengthwise or widthwise over this way, like here to there, it would just give this path so much more depth to go all the way this way so I can expand, rather than it's sort of just ending right here all the way down here. Because I don't really want it to cut through the house. I feel like that would be strange. Or I don't want it to go all the way down there. I want there to be multiple paths and multiple places to be. So we need some more tools to rebuild. It might take a while, but you know, guys. It would probably be worth it in the long run. So let's go into a cave. Let's grab some iron. So we do have this massive cave here, which could be good to grab some iron. We'll also grab some coal. Nice, we got a ton of iron here. This is a huge cave. Diamonds. That's what we wanted. Just one. That's alright. We have 34 pieces of iron. I think we should go higher up because that's where all the iron would be. Nice. There's more than one. Oh, this is a huge vein. Let's go. This is worth the adventure. Okay, 6. Perfect. Okay, I think this is good for now. We got, let's see, 6 diamonds, 42 iron. That is pretty good. Seems like there is a water cave. Perfect. Here's our house. Let's get our materials. And let's turn this house around. Okay, guys. I think that's everything done. That took a long time to do. I will double check before I place something because, yeah, that was kind of painful. But let's make a path and scrap some of our spruce wood. Okay, we're out of leaves, so we need more spruce leaves, but we can use fences. I guess just fences for now and some lanterns. So what we could do is we could add a little bit more fence. Oop. Wrong fences, I need spruce. I think I'm actually out of spruce. So let's go make a bit more of that. Okay, we got 21. That should be enough. We got a fence here. And maybe one just here. I think this looks pretty good. So now since we have... So in the other part, like... I'm glad I changed it. I forgot to add 2 pieces of glass. Hold up. And actually, we actually needed scaffolding for this roof here. So instead of leaving it just open plain, we could add it, just put glass here. We're not going to get scaffolding anytime soon until we find a jungle biome, so this works, I guess, just as good. Okay, but I really think it's done for real this time. So the good thing about this is I can have like medieval carts here and better stuff. So this works perfectly fine. We could add this path. Let's just do it a little bit right now. Yeah, either add it down this way, or we could stretch it from down here. Either one works. I think this one might work out better since it feels more flowy with the build. And down here, we could probably add loads of stuff. We could flatten out this land. We can maybe make a harbor. I think that would be really cool for a future project. But for now, let's gather some spruce fences, spruce gates, and we can try to add some little details up here. Kind of like how we did here. I think this looks really good. Okay, so we got a couple materials here. I want to try to make something maybe right down here. This is gonna be the perfect spot. It's gonna be like a little fire pit with a tent to give it more of that like medieval look. Since I want to stay with the medieval theme, might just be better off to put just all the dirt here. I think this will work better. So let's start with the fire pit that we want to make. So we got a little bit of cobblestone here, so we could either add some bricks, sort of like this, so it's like just handmade or man-made. Maybe something like this. Then we can place some campfires down. Like that, we can do that. And this gives it like a little fire pit kind of vibe, you know? And let's make a little bit of space over here. Where do we want to put the tent? Let me see if I have oak logs. I don't. Okay, I'm gonna have to grab more of that. Let's see what we can do. That might be a little too close. Let me move it back a bit. If it's too close to the fire, it's actually gonna catch on fire, and we do not want that. And we could add this on this side. Same with this side, and then a stair on. Actually, this is the wrong way. Looks a little. There we go. Perfect. We'll add one to here as well. Put one here. Let's add some carpet. We do here. That could be like a sleeping bag or something. Or just like some sort of blanket, but you know, looks like a sleeping bag. And then we got some dark oak fences that we can put here to make it look like the tent is propped up with some sticks or something. I think it looks pretty good for a tent. And we could add some like stuff here, like a water thing, like a cauldron. We do have a couple barrels to spice it up. But another thing is we also need leaves. So I might just try to grab some spruce trees. Okay, we got some saplings here. We should have some bones. We got our shears. Let's grab some spruce leaves. At least this is the perfect tree for the job. Let's see. Nearly 3 stacks, or just about 3 stacks. That is pretty good. Let's chop the rest. Okay, cool. That gave us a lot of good stuff. And with these leaves, we could add that here. And it will sort of give it that leafy, like, just vibe. You know, make it look a lot better. So we could add like a couple bushes like this. With these fence posts, we can sort of just do the same thing we did with our other design. And we could put a lantern on top. We could add a bit more fences and a bit more leaves. And also, we still have some stone on us. So we could add a little bit more texture stuff. I don't really have much on me. But over here, let's move some of these flowers. We could make like some rocks. Just give it a little bit more texture. Maybe something like, not like that. Something like this. I have a little bit more slabs. Like that, just little rocks, I guess. And it will just make it feel more alive. So let's add a couple more of these around. And I think this looks much better already. It really gives it more of the texture. Let's start chopping down some more trees. Okay, I think that's all the wood we would need for now. And then we could finish adding stuff to that little campsite, and we can also finish our next build. It's gonna be like a little decoration type thing, so it's pretty small, but it'll at least add some more depth to this starting village. I'm gonna need to borrow from some of these fields. So maybe here we can make some little logs so people can sit on and stuff. You know, make it more like a campsite. Maybe something like this. I think that looks really good. And up here, we can start our build. It can be over here, and we can save this for something else. But we're gonna make a medieval cart. We're gonna put trapdoors here for the wheels. We can put 2 of these, so you know, it like makes it look like it's gonna bring someone. We'll put a seat there. We'll put a chest here. I just need to craft some hay bales. We could do something like that. And I think that would stay. I don't think it's gonna pop out, right? I'm not too sure. But we'll add this so it looks like it's holding the stuff in and doesn't just fall out of the cart. We'll put a hay bale there, and we'll put a fence here. So it's like a little medieval cart. I think it looks really good. And this is where the dude sits. And yeah, we'll add that. And I probably should add my own trees, but I'm not really sure how to make trees. I'm not too experienced with making like floral trees and stuff. Okay, for materials, we're getting ourselves loads of spruce fences, of course. And we're getting ourselves all these leaves. So I sort of have an idea. If you want to make skinnier trees, use fence posts. So that's what I'm going to try to do. Just, where's a good place to put them? There will be some good, maybe around the campsite. I don't know if to spice it up with a bit of spruce and oak. I'm not really too sure. But let's start with right over here. Maybe like right here. Okay, maybe we could start off with like this. The branch coming out. Actually, hold up. That looks a bit strange. Give me 1 second. Right, we got our spruce logs. We're gonna use a bit of spruce logs as well. And maybe that will make it look a little bit better. So if we go at least 11 high, we do 1, 2, 3 to make like the tip of the tree. And now we can start adding stuff to it after the water just stops. So we could put some fences here. This takes longer than I thought. We start by putting some leaves around this to give it that leafy texture. And these act like sticks. That kind of makes it look like a normal tree. Ooh, wait, that actually looks pretty nice. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Now it's gonna finish the backside. I think that is it for the tree. Oh, wait. Oh. Let me sleep and I'll fix that. That part looks a bit strange. So, what did I do wrong? Yeah, I stacked too many here. So maybe if I take a bit of that out. And, let's see. We could just add one here. That's starting to look better. We don't need to overload it with leaves because if you look at like a normal tree, I suppose, there isn't just leaves overflowing and piling on. And there. I think this looks pretty good for a tree. Maybe one more leaf there. And that looks like a normal pine tree. Yeah, I think that looks really good. That will spice up the place a bit more. We should add a little bit more. Since it's not too big, we could probably just maybe add one right here. One more leaf, we'll add one there. We'll put a fence there to finish it off. Perfect. Got a couple trees, and I think that looks pretty good. Let me just take down this tree here. Now I think that looks perfect. I think we really did a good job in this first episode. It just looks so aesthetically pleasing, and it just looks really cozy. So this is really sick. Alright, so last episode we built this little medieval part right here. We got our windmill, house, some decor like this campsite here. And yeah, I think it looks pretty good. Now, next thing we could do is we can either expand to our medieval village, which I think will probably be a good idea. So we're going to need a lot of dark oak and spruce. But first I kind of have to path out where I want to build it. Because I can't just build it randomly because, you know, that might ruin everything. So let's make a new shovel. Got quite a lot of dirt. So we can always add more bushes here, which I think I will do. Because it just looks plain and I can't fill it up with just, you know, just more things. Because I don't want to be too compact. But we have all this open land here, so I'm thinking of making this like a fishing pond. I might have to raise up the water a little bit or level the terrain. But that could be pretty good. So we could break these leaves. We can sort of just extend a path. We can sort of like figure out a way. Let me get some slabs. So like for this, we sort of have to make it maybe go down at an angle this way down, since it's the land's a bit off. And then since this is like a big dip, I'm thinking maybe we could level it out. Okay, let's see if we can blend this in. Okay, this isn't bad. Let's fill this part in. I'll also do the same down here. And I think this is looking pretty good. Let's start to connect some of this up. We'll texturize some of the ground. And we sort of have our path now. So that works out really well. And I think I just want to flatten this out over here. That'll at least give me some more space to like build something here next to the pond. But also, I also got to figure out all the paths that I want to make. Yeah, I think I'm going to build over this. So let's see what we can do. We're going to need a lot of dirt for this. And I have no idea where I'm going to get it. I don't really want to break all the terrain in the area. So I'm going to venture out over here. We're going to grab a ton of dirt. That's pretty good enough. We got a lot of leaf litter and some flowers, which could be good to spice up the place a little bit. And there are some cool dogs over there as well that we might be able to tame in the future, which I would love to have some of those dogs. Alright, now let's start filling up this path and this huge crater. Okay, we sort of have something going on here. Pretty flat, which is very good. I'm actually surprised how this hill turned out. It's not really much, but you know, it's good enough for now. So we're going to need to make some more shovels because we need a lot of dirt then. Because over here, the terrain is pretty uneven, raised at different levels, and like also there's a little bit of caves. So we're going to have to make a couple more shovels. And soon enough, I'll get an enchanting table and probably some mending books to make it a lot easier. Just want to know, how much stuff do I have? Don't really have much sugar or anything for it. Maybe I should start a little sugarcane farm just so I can get some books coming in. And we'll just put it by this beach side. Doesn't really matter right now. And just like that, we have some sugarcane here. Now let's go grab some dirt. Okay, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 stacks of dirt. That should be enough for a bit more. So I plan on making a little bit of medieval houses, as well as a dock on that far side. And then maybe like a docking station too with some ships. I don't know if I should do it in the front or back. I think the front might be better, since the shots would look so much better that way. Maybe like one here that goes that way, some on the back that are just empty. But for now, let's start finishing this dirt. We finished this. We sort of just have our own little... We extended this so it makes it like more rigidy and flowy like a mountain would. And we put our path over here. So my only concern is the houses and where to put the path. Because I could put like a house right here facing forward. Then I could put a house over here facing that way. I don't really know how that would look. But the first thing I should do is path out. Or actually, we do have this Litomatica installed and we do have some schematics. Let me bring up the layers. Just got dark oak, calcite, spruce, some cobblestone bricks, which sort of matches our house. So I tried to keep it with the same design. And I think this would work. And this is pretty big. Let me go sleep so I can make it better for you guys to see. So this could be one medieval house here. We could have like a path going this way to our house, or a house, maybe for a villager in the future. We could add some slabs going up. Then I think it would be good to maybe add a house right over here, because let's say you walk up, there could be a house here, then the trail can go that way. So let's make a flat area for this. So let's see, we have 5, 6, 3, 2, 1. Let's try 2. So I don't remember what this is. Chop this up a bit. House here, perfect. I mean, this is the right level. We'll keep it like this. We can always add our own floor in, just spruce. That's fine. Let's take a look at this one, make sure we got it right. Yeah, we could just remove this, put spruce. Should be fine. But let's continue our path. Okay, we got the path sort of synced up. Let's go straight over here. Shovel broke. We can change this out for one of these. And just these all the way around. We could have paths going this way, maybe for little like markets. So I think this is looking pretty good. I'm just going to need to grab a lot of dark oak wood. That's one thing we're going to need a lot of. This is what I'm thinking for now. We got our house here. Another house over here. another on top of this hill that's sort of smaller, just so it doesn't take up too much space up here. We got one over here. Let me just pick up this. So there could be a path going out here to up here. I'll need to add something here. Maybe some sort of smaller diagonal house. Or maybe just a house going here, like a thin one. But overall, if we build all these, I'll be pretty happy. Then we have to decorate the paths, sort of like this. Just like loads of decoration to make it look filled, because medieval villages are usually like packed. We're just gonna grab stacks of logs. We're gonna get probably 9 stacks of spruce, 9 stacks of dark oak, and that should be good enough for now. Then we can grab our own calcite later on. Since calcite might be a bit of a problem, since there's like a limit, you can get like a limited amount of calcite from a geode. But I believe there is a dark oak forest over here, so we're gonna chop down loads of trees. Okay, we got about 5 stacks. That should be enough. That will give us a ton of wood. And now we gotta go for spruce, so we will have to mine stone in the future, so I kind of want to get diamond tools. And maybe some enchanted stuff. We do have enough diamonds to get a pickaxe, so that would be sweet. I just hope, or we don't even have the right level amount for it, but yeah, I should probably start working toward villager stuff in the future. Now, let's go grab some spruce trees. Hey, I think that is it. We're out of bone meal, so we can't really do much more. Let's grab these leaves that I left. And now we just really need to wait for just the saplings to fall so we can get some more. But we can come back here later. Now all we need is stone. I'll make a diamond pickaxe for this, but I don't even know if I can get an enchanting table, which kind of sucks. So for the interiors, it does take a lot of wood right here. I might just change that to be planks, but I'll see how much wood I have at the end. Okay, we got quite a lot of good stuff. We're pretty much out of cobblestone, stone bricks. But let's get all of our materials and let's start crafting. What we can do is we can go back to our original cave and we can grab some stuff. So we're gonna need a lot of stone, andesite, and calcite, and that's pretty much it. So which means we probably have to find another geode, which might be a little bit difficult. We got andesite right here. We'll grab a ton of this. Perfect. We have just about 3 stacks. We already had leftover from our other builds, so that is good. And we don't have much cobblestone, but we can get that anywhere. I actually need some skeletons for some bone meal. Perfect. So down here might be the right way. Okay, that's all of it. We got a stack and 20. That is really good. We got quite a lot of flint, which is kind of strange considering. I thought flint was pretty hard to get. Maybe it wasn't this way, but we got some diamonds. Ooh, we got diamonds. Nice. This is more than one. We got a mine shaft. Okay. Ooh, diamonds too. Perfect. There's 2 minecart chests. Nice. More diamonds. This is great. Some iron, some torches. I mean, ooh, name tag. That's actually going to be pretty good for future farms. Golden apple. Some glowberries. Okay, not bad. Still need to find a geode. I'm kind of lost now, so that really sucks. Another chest. Fire aspect too. Not bad. Getting some pretty good stuff. I mean, I guess we'll take the rails too. Let's get our torches. I might use this in the future. Don't know what for, but... Ooh, bones. Nice. Another name tag? Okay, that is great. Diamond. Okay, we're getting a ton of diamonds. Geode right here. Perfect. So, there's a lot of skeletons. What the heck? Hurry. Nice. Loads of crystals. Let's grab all of this calcite. Alright, I think this is the last bunch of it. Whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. About 11 and a half stacks, dude. That is insanely good. Don't mind me. I need the free iron for using like 4 pickaxes to get all this stuff. But let's dig our way out of here. And we can start building. We're going to start building. We have something like this. So every time I press up arrow, it sort of just gives you the schematic. So let's get started. Alright guys, we are almost done. This has taken a while. I think this is the hardest one to build, so yeah, not ideal. And this is kind of making me lose my mind, not gonna lie. It is an annoying one to get done, because of the stairs, they're just messing with me today. We do have a lot of leftover materials, which is really good, so we can like start working toward our other houses. I think I might have scanned the wrong house, and all the materials I gathered had like extra because it was probably supposed to be one of these houses, but it is what it is. So I don't know if I should build more after this. If I could just like speed it up, it wouldn't take so long for me to do everything, because this has taken me like 3 days, I think. Okay, that is it. We finished. Did I misplace anything or did I forget? I don't have any glass inside, which I already have sand smelted. I just need to grab that. And we need our door, which you should have right here. And I don't know which house this is, so I can't remove the schematic unless like I know what it is. So I'll have to figure that one out as well. But here it is. First house part of our medieval style village is done. I think this looks really good. Now, let's try to build as much as we can. We can probably get 2 more houses done. Then we'll have to probably gather some more materials, but let's see how far we can get. Okay, we are just about done with the second house, and this was a lot faster since we did it the other way instead of doing layer by layer. So now on, I will be doing that because, yeah, this is way faster. We are pretty much at the very end. Got a little bit more detail to add, and I think I have a little bit on the outside to do as well. But right now, we are running low on spruce wood, so we're probably gonna have to grab a little bit more later on so we can build our houses. And that is it. I didn't put any torches inside, so might be a couple mobs. Might be better just for me to bring it all the way down. And let's not die to these mobs. Woo! Didn't know there was a creeper inside. Villagers are still here as well. Okay, yeah. I missed a couple of stuff, so we'll just quickly finish that. Okay, sweet. I think we're out of oak wood, we're out of spruce wood. So we're gonna have to farm a little bit more of that. But let's dump everything away at the moment, and maybe we should just gather some materials. Actually, we'll take a break from building for now. I think we did a pretty good job. Let me just take away the schematic. So we do have some sugarcane, let's farm some of this. And we do need to take out some cows, maybe over here. Okay, let's see how much this can give us. 8 books. Ooh, that's not too much. If I could somehow go to the end, that can give me bookshelves, but I don't have any item vendors yet. Let's just grab some more spruce wood, and I think we should probably just finish all of the houses. So we're gonna need some spruce, some oak, and I think that's pretty much it. We might need a little bit more stone. Do I have any in here? Let me check up here. We have loads of andesite, but no normal stone. Okay, looks like we'll have to grab some of that. And down here, we got ourselves our little quarry. And we got a couple cows here. Let's see if we can make them a little cage. Then we can start our own little like farm right here for like starters. And then later on, we can put the farm at our house. And let's grab some oak wood. Okay, we'll keep the 33 wood for now, and we definitely need to tame one of these soon. I just need to wait for the right time, or at least until I get my bones. But we're actually gonna hold off with getting spruce and dark oak. I kind of want to get better tools, so we can go for mending, of course. We can probably go for unbreaking and efficiency. And getting emeralds might be a little bit difficult, but we got some paper over here. We could probably get a wood farm as well. Okay, cool. We got some here. Ooh, this might be perfect. We'll put these 2 right here. In theory, they shouldn't escape, right? Let's see what we can get out of these guys. So we'll make a little hole here. We'll break the beds. And let's see. Does this work? So since this is vanilla Minecraft, I bet this might be pretty easy to get our right book. Efficiency 4 for 23. That is pretty good. Now we just need emeralds. I don't think we have any. Is there a way I can make a Fletcher? Do I not have flint? Oh, we do. Perfect. I'm pretty sure the fletching is the stick one, right? We got tons of sticks. We got tons of logs. A lot of logs. Okay, that's quite a lot. So we can get tons of sticks if we need to. I just need to make sure we can get all the emeralds before it hits daytime. Cause I don't really know when they reset. They just raised the price by 3 sticks. Okay, we're losing a lot of wood. You, sir, are my friend. Efficiency 4. Now he needs to be on breaking. So we can now get a diamond pickaxe. We just need some iron for an anvil. But we should probably get unbreaking as well. So let's see what we can get. Unbreaking 2 for 42. Let me see what the emeralds are. I'm gonna keep rolling. I feel like I can get a better price than 42. We got a mending trade. We're just gonna grab these. But that is pretty good. So we have 20 emeralds. We'll keep the mending for now. Trying to think. Do we have any more bookshelves? Because I kind of want unbreaking with my efficiency. Okay, we actually have 1 book. I think we just need a little bit more leather. But look how good it's looking. It's starting to look like a real medieval village. Maybe I add something down here. I mean, it looks really good with these houses. It fits the whole design and I love it. Nice leather. Got a bookshelf. Lectern. Let's get a new villager for this. Now let's get trading. Okay, unbreaking 2 for 14. We'll actually do this. We just need some sugar. Because that will only be like 28 for unbreaking 3, and that's better than the prices before. So this is gonna be good. We'll do this trade. Because at the moment we don't have a book. Let's look for a cow and let's grab that trade. We start farming wood, and we'll be all set. 1 piece of leather. Get a book. And let's grab this. And dude, this is actually what we need because this will help us build everything a lot quicker. Because gathering materials is definitely the longest part of it. So this will help out so much. I mean, I don't really need cobblestone at the moment, so I don't really need to upgrade toward the efficiency stuff yet. But I think diamond armor is a good possibility. But now we just need some iron for an anvil. So I'm gonna look for a new cave. That's gonna have a lot of iron. Hello, kind sir. I will take your unbreaking 2. And I just need a bit more emeralds. Which we can apply that on later. 34. That is enough, but should I try to go for a little more? Maybe I can go down a bit further. Yeah, there's a couple here. There's a big chunk here. Okay, that is good enough. We got 52. Let us make ourselves our first diamond tool. We can get our 3 blocks of iron. Perfect. We'll just put this right here. We will get unbreaking 2. Efficiency. Perfect. So now that we have an insanely good axe, all we need is dark oak and spruce. And then we can make the rest. I have a feeling we have enough stone. We don't have to use stone for everything. We can also like mix in andesite and cobble. I just chose to put a little bit of stone inside of it. There it is. Hello, little doggo. Yes. The color on this is so cool. Could we get another one? Perfect. Oh, wait up. I saw another one in the distance. Yes, dude. 3 dogs? Could we get one more with this last bone? I believe I saw another one back here. There it is. Oh, we did. We got 4. Oh, there's a pillager up there. Oh, look at these guys. We only have 2 name tags, but maybe leave a comment down below what we should name them. They can be our guard dogs for the house. This is my first time actually seeing these colors. That is so cool. Now, let's get tree chopping. But right now, we have built all of our houses. Took quite a lot of materials in a long time. And now we need to work on decorations. So we have loads of rocks material, so like cobblestone to make some rocks. Let me just get some andesite slabs. Okay, looks like we got a pretty good amount of materials. We can also grab ourselves some coarse dirt since that looks pretty neat. And 2 stacks, that is pretty good. So I'm thinking we should like probably change some of this up for some coarse dirt. And then we'll make it, just give it a little bit more texture that we need. And so we already made our path all the way around here. And yeah, I think I need to straighten this out a bit more, like add a little bit more to the sides. We also need to add tons of bushes. And we're gonna need loads of fences as well. And we're gonna need some more lanterns. We should have enough to make a couple more. So we'll make a little bit more lanterns. Grab some of these. That's good enough for now. We can make more later. And yeah, let's wait for the sun gun down and then we can start making our path and start decorating with trees. So now we're going to cherry pick spots to put our coarse dirt. We're going to destroy all this dirt. Let's see, we'll put some coarse dirt here. And that just makes it look dirtier, so it's a really good texture. So we'll make some spots here and yeah, got a long way to go. So we'll do this part later. I kind of just want to get up here down first because, or like over here, because this is like the main part I want to focus on in this next episode, which is the main medieval village part. Give it like, we can add a rogue path over here and scrape this a bit. I think this is looking pretty good. We've accomplished quite a lot so far. We still have tons of leaves. So I don't exactly know where to put the bushes yet because I'm still thinking of putting a hut here, maybe a fishing pond. But for now, let's try to add a little bit more bushes around this place. So we could add some on the hillside here just to give it that little grassy textureness, make it look really good. And we can add also a couple bushes here. And I think we'll just add some bushes all around the place to make it look more alive. I think this is starting to look really good. It's coming together. We're getting all of these rocks in. This is also a pretty big bush next to a small bush. I don't know how I feel about that. But next, I think we should add some decorations. I don't really know what type of decorations. Maybe like rogue campfires, barrels, some more lampposts. Maybe a barn as well. I don't really know where to put that at the moment. I mean, right here looks like a pretty good spot. It's pretty flat. It's next to sand. That could be potential for a barn. But we just added some pebbles here. Just add a little bit more texture, like they look like little stones and rocks. And now we need loads of spruce because we're going to be adding loads of trees. We're going to be making a little pier down here. And yeah, I don't know if you have any spruce, like, saplings. Okay, we have 8. We got some bone meal too. So we're going to be grabbing loads of leaves as well because we're going to be adding some trees around our place too. It's going to look really nice. Then we're going to add some more crops around some houses. And yeah, I think it's going to look pretty good. We're going to need all these leaves. Oh. Okay, I cannot be falling randomly. I don't have good armor right now. Oh no. Okay, we got a stack and a bit of logs. It should be good enough for a couple trees. Okay, let's start adding in a couple trees. There we go. 1 tree done. Let me add one more. It looks a bit symmetrical. I don't want that. Okay, that's all the trees around here, so we got this one done here. It's pretty neat. We got one over here, we put one here, put one on that end, and we put that tiny one over there. Just made it a little bit smaller. And we need to chop up some more spruce logs, because we are almost out. We'll grab this wood, and we have 2 stacks of leaves. I'm going to stick with 2 stacks for now and try to get more saplings from this tree. Okay, there we go. Last tree is done. Okay, now we're going to need a couple of chests, which we should have a lot of wood for it. We're going to need some lanterns. Do I have any? Okay, no, we got campfires. I think we need a little bit more. We'll grab 8 for future builds as well. Do need a bit more lanterns, so let's get some nuggets. We have 18 diamonds, so we could get a diamond pickaxe. I'll get that in the future once I get enough emeralds, but let's see if there's any spruce leaves over here that we left. Cool, we got a lot of saplings. That's sweet. 6? Yo, that's really good. Nice. So we're not gonna add a fishing hut. We'll add like a fishing section by that big pond behind our house. So I don't know if we want to add a base to the ocean, or not the ocean, this lake, because it goes pretty deep. Let's see. I have a crafting table somewhere. So we're gonna need some slabs. Let me check if I have any. Okay, I think we're dead dry of iron. We need to really grab loads. We need to find a new cave, because I think we pretty much visited all around our caves. Oh no, we got 22 in here. Sweet. Got this little pond here, so put out a layer of dirt. We'll do it by 3. And then we could add 1, 2, 3. I don't want it to go down too far yet, because I don't know how deep I want this pond to be. So we'll just leave it at like 3. We can leave it floating for now. This will just add a little bit more texture to the build. And we'll do 1 more of these. We'll add more trapdoors here. Grab some of our lanterns. We'll put a slab on here. Put a lantern there. And now that's pretty good. But now we can spice it up a bit with some campfires. Maybe something like this. We can add a piece of dirt back. Do something like this, I think. Then we could add another campfire here. We could add a trap door on top. Like that. Give us some barrels. We can add stuff over here. I am out of trapdoors, so let's grab a couple more. We can make a little thing here. So if we were to do that, is this good? Oh, that as like a little fishing bin. And for this, we could add a little bit more barrels. So we'd probably just do a simple design. Maybe something like this. We break this, add a barrel there. Put a campfire on top. And we could add a lantern. It's got like a little fishing bin. Okay, that might be in the way a bit. Maybe I could put the fishing bin over here, but I think this looks pretty good. And we cannot forget the path. Okay, nice. Starting to come alive. So let's grab our hoe and let's grab some wheat seeds and we can start planting. So we can add something right here. So if we were to put the water here, we could add like a little wheat field. Maybe something like this, and we'll add some more wheat seeds. And in this corner, we could add like a stack of hay bales. And it will look like the farmer is growing a little bit of wheat outside of their house. I know there's still a lot of open spots around here. I kind of want to fill it up with some other stuff, but I'm not really too sure. But right here, we'll put a little water here. Give it some of this. We'll till some of that. Okay, this place is starting to really come together. Okay, we're actually gonna hold up with like the barrels and stuff, and let's make a diamond pickaxe. We'll get one of those. We have 9 emeralds. I forgot how much the unbreaking 2 cost and the efficiency, but we're gonna need a lot of stone bricks. We're gonna start working on up here. So that should be really cool. So it's pretty much gonna lead past this camp. Down here would look good, I think. There's somewhere down here I can move this lamp. I can just put another one here and attach a lamp on top. It could be like a path all the way down here. We can move a couple of these pumpkins. And we're gonna need a lot of dirt as well. It's gonna be this whole area here. So we're gonna add some cranes, some small ships, because it is narrower on this side. So that would be pretty good. Oh, does zombie punch him? Wait, you're mending. But who are you? Luck of the Sea. Oh, okay, I gotta cure him. I don't have a weakness potion, and that's my efficiency guy. Okay. This guy is still alive. He's 14 for unbreaking too. I know the other one's 23, so we need like 20 something more. I don't know how to make a weakness potion. Let me figure that out. Well, I need to go to the nether anyway, so that's gonna kind of suck. We don't need too much stone bricks, so I'm just gonna mine it myself here, and we can get the other stuff later. Alright, that is good enough. We got 2 stacks. I think that should be enough. And let's get all the stone smelted. So we will be removing this rock here, and we're gonna be making a path this way. It's gonna go straight down here, and it's gonna link up to the water here. Now I do have a picture of my other world where I put some markers in for the floor. I think I might have to actually raise this up a floor. Yeah, I think I just gotta raise it up like this, since I do want it to be up a little bit higher. So what we're gonna do with this part is we're gonna put, I think we want a slab here, and we can have a sort of walkway there. And we can sort of mix this with dirt and this to give it that like pathy design. And maybe we could put slab here, just so it looks like it's going from like wood to dirt, you know. And there we go. We're gonna add a path all along here, but first let's mark out where we want to put our other stuff. So we'll also put one of these on top, and this is gonna go out 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and on the 6th one we will put more columns. And we're gonna keep this design out through this whole walkway. And this is going to go out pretty far because we will add some ships around. And we can let them dock here and stuff. And let me grab my stone bricks and we can get started. Okay, we got our layout done. It looks pretty good. And we will add slabs up here. We just don't really have much. To free some space up, we gotta flatten all this out to this level. So we don't want to go above the stone bricks because we'll be putting slabs there. And we'll just ruin it if we do it the other way. Okay, we got stack and 11. That should be enough for now. And we'll get more later once we get a better pickaxe. Or a shovel. We should probably go to the nether and get some blaze stuff, but armor's damaged. We got a pretty good axe. But no like damage capabilities. We'll have to work on that a bit later. So that is done. We got stone bricks, and if you look from this side, yeah, it's a bit strange. So we'll be replacing some of these stuff with some stairs here to give it more of that little design. So we're just going to go out through this whole place and just change everything up if we can. Let's get ourselves 2 grindstones. Nice. Okay, inventory is completely filled. Let's get a stack of stone bricks. That should be enough stairs now. Let's get this started and then we can start making some cranes. I believe this is the last part. Yeah, there we go. That is all done. And we did put slabs here, so this will look very nice. So we can sort of look over the top and stuff. We can go on the railing if we want to. And now, we got some schematics. Got a big crane here. So, this is kind of bad. I don't know how to move it a certain way. Like, arrow keys don't work, because those are layers. And here it is. And, yeah, let's start building. And there we go. First crane is done. For this, we just gotta add these chains. So take this down. We'll put 2 chains, and then we can put some stuff here. Some trap doors. And we can add whatever you want up here. So I would probably just do barrels and crafting tables since I already have a lot of them. Put a crafting table here, here. We could put a barrel here. We could put one facing that. Now, we don't have any rails on us right now, but we could use rails to make it look like they're holding it into place. Same with ladders, which we should do in the future. But we got our path going on. It's gonna go all the way over here, all the way over here, and it can go up these steps here to our campsite. We can just walk through it here. Perfect. So we got everything we need. We'll put our portal right here, because I do want to make one inside of this mountain later on, because I think it would be pretty cool. We'll terraform this later on, but this is the best we can do for now. So we still need a spider eye. We'll have to get that next night. It shouldn't be too hard. Let me save my coordinates. Fortress! That is so close. But I'm nervous now because this is a bad biome. Cool. We'll grab some quartz. Then after this, we can start getting so much good stuff, because once we get our efficiency guy back, we can start selling all of our paper and get loads of wood for all the sticks we need. So this should be really good. We also got a warped forest for Enderman. This is huge, dude. Gotta be the best seed ever. Just need 1 blaze rod and then we can leave, and some nether wart. Because if we forget that, that would be very sad. Get away from me! Nice. Okay, the blaze are gonna be a problem though. There's still no blaze rods. We've killed like 3. That was a lot. I have a little bit of blocks. Chest. Nether wart. We did get 3 blaze rods, which is pretty good. And now we could check this place for some chests. Maybe there can be some free diamonds. That's what I'm kind of hoping for, but getting out of here might be a little bit of an issue. Saddle and horse armor. We can get a knightly horse, maybe. Or we can make the horse move that wagon that we built. Sweet. Wither skull number 1. Let's go. That is huge. Some iron. I'll take it, since I'm running low on it a lot. So for the 3rd episode, I think we should make an iron farm. Not just any ordinary iron farm. An aesthetically looking one. So I've been trying to think of a way I can make a fallen knight. So a knight that's sitting down by a big tree or something with an iron farm inside of him. I think that could be pretty cool, but that's gonna be heavily, like, I'm gonna have to use a lot of materials for that. Well, I think that's it. Let's try to get out of here now. Yes, we got another blaze rod. We're free, guys. Let's go. Let's get ourselves a brewing stand. We need blaze powder. We got our singular mushroom. We need a piece of nether wart. We'll put this down here. We need 3 bottles of water. We'll just get these into an awkward potion. And what do we need? Spider eye and a piece of gunpowder to extend, or to make it a splash. Okay, let's go find a spider. Don't know what time of day it is. We're currently on day 88, so we got 12 more days before I'll end off this episode. So hopefully I can finish the pier, and let's go look for a spider. Spider eye, perfect. We got these awkward potions. We can put a fermented spider eye with a blaze powder. Oh wait, okay. Just water bottle, not even nether wart. Okay, that's a bit weird. Hopefully this works though. And this should give us a splash potion of weakness. We should probably make an enchanting table before anything, because that might give us something good for our enchanting rather than spending tons of emeralds and XP to put it in an anvil. So I need to finish off this pier, and I need to finish off another crane, and then I can add a ship. I want to add a ship in the middle here. I do not know how big I want it to be yet, because if it's too big, it might look a bit strange. If it's too small, it might look a bit weird. I just gotta figure out the size that I want it, though. Okay, who is our zombie? You. We'll get an achievement as well. Let's get some emeralds. Perfect. You are luck of the sea. We don't need you. Mending. We do need you. 15. Perfect. And this guy should have a heavy discount on efficiency. And let me check what this is that I'm breaking too. I believe it was 13. In the meantime, actually, we don't even have bookshelves to enchant, so we can't even get that. Whoa. Wait, is that 1 emerald? I guess we could start with 3. We're going to grab our last unbreaking. We can do our pickaxe, and now we can do our shovel as well. Efficiency 4, and unbreaking 2. Fully kitted diamond tools. Not fully kitted, but good diamond tools. But we also need to texture the ground to make it match the rest. And there we go. It's all pretty flattened out. Right now, we can start putting some slabs over here to finish out this little boardwalk. And we just need to add stone bricks on that edge here. So right down here would be stone bricks, and then we'd have fences, which we could just put here now, just so nobody walks off this boardwalk. And we do need a bit more for that, which we'll get later on. We'll add the last bit of fences. And let's add the stone bricks. Okay, bridge is done. Well, not really a bridge, more of a boardwalk. And this is like where the ships can dock on this side, or they can dock on this side over here if we can make a path. But yeah, it looks really good. I'm really happy how this turned out. Now let's add some little detail in here. So we're gonna need some oak logs. We're gonna need some oak buttons. Maybe something like this for our first log pile. We could put a campfire in front. Now we got our first log pile. We don't have any rails right now, so we're kind of missing like the rope around it. But overall, we can add that later on. We got a ladder for later, which will be here. We're gonna put the ladder over the top. We'll add some rails on the top, and it will look like it's strapped down. Think of a design for some pallets of like crates and stuff, but I don't have anything in mind right now, so I need to experiment later on. But we need to now recreate this portal to be in the mountain, because we have a pretty good spawn. I don't really want to move the portal, so we'll just make it like a mountain portal. Thinking of maybe a stone one, so maybe like sort of like a cave-ish thing. Like, ooh, I actually have a good idea. So what we could do is we could make the portal like we can destroy the back of it so we can walk through the portal and stuff and not go to the nether only, but behind the portal there could be like a secret cave with like loads of like an enchanted wonderland, not wonderland, but an enchanted cave type thing. I mean, with like a sword in the stone, maybe that could be cool. Let me just make the outline of the portal first, and I will decide if it looks good there. We could add a leaf right in that. Oops. Not there. Right there. There we go. That's looking nice. So this will sort of be like a medieval fantasy type thing here. And then we got some stone buttons, so let's just start placing some around here. So I believe we need another crane, and that one will be carrying some oak logs. Luckily, this is actually pretty easy to make. Since we have logs over here, we could put the next machine. We could put one up here, which I think that would be best since this is a thin part here. It's not like where it curves in. I think right here might be a pretty good spot. Only concern is it's a 3x3 base. So it might interrupt the path a bit. So if you do 1, 2. If you do a 3 here, that's going to mess stuff up. I do have all the materials. I do want to show you something that I found with Litomatica. I want to try something because I think I have something on. Easy place first is on. Oh yeah. That's perfect, dude. Okay, we can't do that because that easy place mode isn't on, but if we were to put a barrel, we could put them up there. Then we could put some signs. We don't have enough signs at the moment, but we can get that later on. So this should speed up every single building process we have. I don't think we have any iron left, so that's a little bit of a problem. I believe that is it. Except for the chains and stuff, we do not have any at the moment, and I think we're out of iron. Because I do want to build one more thing before 100 days end. Right now, I think we're on day 94, so we got 5 days left. I want to make a medieval ship. I do have a design in mind, but I don't know if we'll have enough resources. I think we gotta farm a lot. So the ship we're gonna have to make is gonna be pretty small since we do not have any wool for it. We don't have any, we don't really have the materials for it. So then we're gonna have the ship going right here. We don't want to block our stuff here, so we can make it look like it's going across the water. And yeah, I think that'll look pretty good. First things first, we're gonna need 80 wool, I think, and 30 gray wool to give the sail some texture. So let's get some shears and let's start shearing some sheep. And while we're here in the forest, let's get some oak logs. And that should be good enough. We got 2 stacks and 27. I think that is pretty good. And yeah, we're not going to leave the trees like this. Of course we'll save them because we're not that evil. Now let me gather my materials. We will make another spruce tree, so hopefully that'll give us enough for enough spruce gates. I think we need 80 fences and 30 gates, which is a lot, but I think we'll get enough from this tree. As long as we get extra saplings, we should be good. Let's turn our easy place mode on, and let's start building. Okay, this is what we have for now. We're just missing part of the sails, part of the orange, and more of the sails here. We pretty much just ran out of wool, so let's go grab some more. And what day are we on? 98. Okay, we got 2 more days to finish this, and this would be like a complete 100 days episode. Like, I think we did a lot of work here. Only issue is we need farms now, so if we want to keep building like huge stuff, huge villages, transformations, we need like just a farm for everything. We just need some orange dye, so we need some yellow. Let's grab some yellow flowers and we'll turn these into dye as well. Okay, we just have this front part left. 11 more. Okay, let's grab that and this is all done. And I think that's it. Let me unload the schematic. And this is looking like a pretty good ship. So right now you'll probably see an aerial view of it. And I think this works perfectly with my docks. It's going to line up perfectly when it drives in to pick up the cargo. Since the day is setting, guys, this was 100 days in my Minecraft Hardcore Forever world. Comment down below what build you want to see next. I can build anything you want. I kind of want to build an iron farm next, so maybe like a structure that a farm can fit in would be nice. If you want to see more like this, make sure to drop a like and subscribe. Catch you all next time. And also, I need names for my doggos, so if you have any suggestions, please comment it. You'll be sad without some names. Okay, see you guys next time.